Hello, welcome back to my channel. It is day 17 and I'm back at my studio, so I have my actual advent calendar here. I'm also very tired. I'm so tired, and that's why I'm like my energy is a little like lower today. But I have my advent calendar here, and let me open it. I seem to have lost a box. I lost day 7. I don't know what I did with my day 7 box. I hope I can find it. I mean, I guess I don't really need it, but I have no idea what I did with day 7. Let's open day 17. Okay, I think this is different from like everything we've gotten so far. This feels pretty different, I think, unless I'm forgetting one. But I don't think we've gotten one that has like these deep red and orange tones. I feel like we've gotten a lot of like lighter stuff. And then we did get that navy from the other day that I made that weird sock. I tried to make that weird sock with. This one was also like very unique compared to the other ones that we've gotten, but this is like very special and different from everything. I kind of want to add it to my blanket because I'm kind of into the blanket now, but it is like pretty special yarn. I mean, they're all pretty special. Okay, well, let's wind it and I'll think about it. Let me put this back so I don't lose it. I was thinking like I could use the little boxes from the advent calendar to put like little gifts in for presents. I thought that might be cute. So if I put this in the blanket, I could hold it with red or like orange, some like deeper tone. This is what I have so far, and I think the next section I do this, like what I did here where I knit across these 3 panels. I think I do that on the other side. So I could do like this yarn with red, and that would definitely feel different than the other colors we have so far. And I kind of like the idea of that. What else could I do with it? What else could I do with it? I could make some little ornaments. I don't know. I'm so sleepy. I can't wait to go get in my bed. Also, not to get sidetracked, but I just cut this off the mini hank and the mini skein, and I've been saving all of these, and I have a whole bag of pieces like this that are like long enough to use, and I started tying them together. I got very distracted by this today, and I really wanted to just keep tying all these yarns together. So they're pieces like this, and I've been saving them for a long time, and I have a bag like this. So this doesn't look like much, but these are just the pieces that I took out of my like pile of little bits of yarn that I thought would be long enough to tie together to make a little ball of yarn. So this is what I have so far. It's tied up, but let's see. I had started like winding it around my fingers, so that's what it looks like so far. It's just like a multicolor strand of yarn, and I tied them together using the magic knot, and I think it'll be really cool once I have like enough to do something with it. I'm excited. I love stuff like this. I feel like when you do stuff like that, you like tie scraps and stuff together or just use lots of scraps, you always end up with like really cool yarn. I love the way scrap yarn looks. There is the mini hank. Oh, it's so pretty. They're all so pretty. I kind of like the idea of doing the blanket, adding to the blanket, since I don't really want to start anything else right now. And I don't know that this would work with any of the other things I've already started. Oh, we need to find a yarn to go with this actually. And like now that I'm looking at this, like maybe what I should do is I should take this and also add this to the parallelogram blanket with that orange yarn that I had been making the sock with. Would that be interesting? Or am I just like wasting yarn? Well, I guess I'm not wasting yarn because I'll end up with like a beautiful blanket. But I think I get torn with the sock yarn because I'm like, maybe I should save this and like knit socks. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna look for a color. Okay, so here's my sock yarn basket. It has other things in it too, like mohair. So this is our yarn. It has turquoise, orange, red, black. Oh, would it be interesting if I held it with black? Oh. I don't know. I feel like that's a little too dark right now. Like, I feel like that would be very dark. And I don't know that I'm ready for that. I do want to use black, but maybe somewhere else in the blanket. Although maybe it would be cool. It's so hard to choose colors sometimes. I could also do a red color, which is pretty. It looks pretty. So I have red, I have black. I don't think I have any turquoise. I have this green. No. No. Oh my gosh, look what I just found. I just found more of this. This is the yarn that I was using my Sophie shawl. I should save this for the end of the Sophie shawl. Based on my yarn stash, or lavender, but I feel like I should save my lavender yarn. Oh no, because I was holding lavender with the last color. Okay. Red or black? Red. I think I want to go with red because I'm a little nervous to do black. I don't know why. I like black. I have lots of black clothes, but I kind of want to keep it like vibrant and bright. Well, actually, let me look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm like getting so off track. So this was that swatch that I showed yesterday, which is like black held with a color. Maybe I should just do it. It might look nice. Okay, I'm just gonna do the black. I'm gonna do the black. I have more black, and then if I run out, or when I run out of this, I can hold the black with another multi-yarn and it'll still work as like the same color. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cast on and start the side, and then I'll show you what I'm doing because I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. I have to check in with the instructions. And then, yeah, I'll show you what I'm doing. So that's what we're doing. We're working on the parallelogram blanket. This is actually really fun to knit. I think it's like all the different colors, and then it's just garter stitch, which is really easy, and you start with these tiny little sections. And then like by the time I got to this section, I was like, ooh, finally doing something a little bit bigger, and I was like kind of excited. And it's making this cool like slanted rectangle shape, which is, I was excited when it was like making this shape because earlier in the series, I think when I did this, the second one, yeah, well, yeah, because I did these two yesterday. I was worried that I was like picking it up from the wrong area. So I guess I wasn't, because this looks correct. Let me do this and I'll be right back. Okay, I just did the first, I did the setup round, or the setup row, and then I did the first repeat. I think it looks cool. I think it's gonna give great contrast. And then after we do this black section, maybe I'll go into some lighter colors to like balance out, like it's gonna be really dark right here and like lighter over here. So maybe I should put like light colors here, dark colors there. I don't know. But I have to work the repeat now for a few more rows and then I can move on. So I'm gonna do that. Oh, I did finish my last Hedgehog Fibers mini ball for my Sophie shawl. So I'll just show you because it's here, and I got to the center of the Sophie shawl, which is so exciting because it was like taking me forever to get to the center of the Sophie shawl. Okay, I didn't totally finish the ball. I left this much. Whoops. I left this much from the the Hedgehog Fibers mini hank because I wanted to leave a little bit so then when we get another color that will work with the Sophie shawl, we can like spend a few rows blending in a good base color, because I did end up changing the base color from pink to white. So this is the Sophie shawl. So far we've used 3 mini hanks, and what I was doing here was I really liked how this yarn was kind of like rainbow, and the pink was just like making it so pink. It was like pink with accent colors, and I really liked the rainbow, so I decided to carry it with white. And I did like a couple rows where it was like pink and then white and then pink and then white, and then I just started doing all white. And on camera it looks blended pretty well, but we'll see. At this point it doesn't really matter if I'm blending it because I have this harsh line right here, but I think either way it'll be so cool. I did read some comments with suggestions about the color for the other end, and someone said I should do blue, and I kind of like that idea, doing blue at the other end, but I guess we'll see what we get. I'm hoping I'll get like another pink one, or maybe like a pink and blue one would be great, and then we could blend it into blue at the other end, right? That would be so cute. I do like the idea of doing like pink, a bunch of pink tones in the middle, and then like I'll have green on one end and blue on the other. Oh, and then yesterday I was talking about the Hedgehog Fibers yarn that I got for Black Friday. I was talking about the toe of another sock that I was knitting, where I held 2 strands of sock yarn together and knit a toe on size 1 needles, and it created this like really dense, sturdy toe. And in yesterday's video I was talking about how I wanted to try that and then do the rest of the sock in a DK weight yarn. And I think I'm going to try that for something else, not an Advent project, but a gift for my brother. So I started doing that, and then I had to like stop because I was like, you have other things you need to do right now, like you can work on that later. But I used the mini hank from my Hedgehog Fibers Black Friday order that was in the Lucky Dip bundle, so it was like a random mini hank that they sent me. I like wound one hank up into a ball and then I unwound it halfway, so these were both 40 meters. And then I took my double points and I started knitting a toe. And it really doesn't look like much because it's like the first 3 rows of a toe. I'm pretty excited. I think it's really pretty if you can see it. I love this shade of blue with like dark brown or burgundy. I think that's such a pretty color combination. And the reason I chose to do these yarns is because I had bought this yarn for my brother's sock Christmas present. And I wanted to do contrast toes, heels, cuffs, like just something. And I had bought this yarn to do that because I didn't think he'd mind a little pink. And I thought it would be pretty for at least the cuff, but then I was like, maybe I should do like a really dense toe because he probably wears his socks like harder than I do and he might need a denser toe. So then I was thinking this would be pretty. So it would be the toe, the main sock, and then maybe I'll use this for like a stripe, a random stripe or something. I don't know. I don't know, I'm getting a little wild here, but I thought that that would be fun. And whenever I do the contrast heel toe cuffs, it just makes the sock knitting experience so much more fun. I mean, it's already fun, and then it's like a lot of fun. I do have some other sock, or not, they're not sock yarns. I have some other yarns here that I'm gonna use for Christmas gifts, and I'll just show you because we all love to see yarn, right? I am going to make one of my aunt's pink socks, and I found this perfect hot pink DK weight yarn by Ancestral Fiber Co. The color is called Milk, and it's inspired by Harvey Milk, which is pretty cool. So I got this for like the main sock, and then for my contrast option, whether it's, you know, toes, heels, cuffs, or I was thinking I could do some little hearts that might be cute, I found this, which is by Earl Grey Fiber Company. The colorway is Cherry Blossom, and I thought that would be pretty like contrast color. I gotta get knitting because we have like a week until these are due. And I would love to finish them like the day before so I could wrap them all very nicely. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to my knitting my parallelogram blanket and I'll show you when I have some more progress. And then let me know, so this is our 5th color, and then after this color, we're gonna move on to another side and do the same thing, and it is this side here. So it'll be black, cobalt, and purple. So let me know your color suggestions for this side. Let me know in the comments. I'll also show you again when it's done. I think since this is growing and I'm getting more excited about it, I'll probably start knitting on it outside of the Advent video. So let me know your thoughts on color here and also here, because that's probably the side after. So that's purple, orange, and then black. And I will definitely look into my yarn stash and see if I have anything based on your recommendations. I just think that would be so fun. It's like a collaboration. I'm gonna knit and I'll be right back. Okay, I finished my repeat. Pretty. I think it's pretty. I like that like a lot of the rows are different. Or I guess I like that a lot of the rows have like primarily one color with the black. Like there's a lot of orange in one row or a lot of turquoise in one row. It's pretty. I kind of like the way these look, like the dark tones with the hedgehog fibers Pollock yarns. I think they look really cool, like this one with like the neon coming through, just to kind of break it up, whereas these ones are like very blended. This one. Cute! That is what I did, and I'm gonna keep working on this. I'm excited that it's growing. So like I said earlier, the next side I'm doing is this side. So what color should I put here? Let me know in the comments, because I want to do it tomorrow. Although I have a lot of other stuff I should probably prioritize, not this blanket that I'm definitely not going to finish anytime soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!